Welcome back, everybody. Tonight we're going to do some wide field astrophotography with this Canon 50mm f1.8 lens. My name's Trevor and you're watching AstroPilot. So tonight we're doing some wide field photography with this Canon 50mm f1.8 lens. I've had this lens for almost a year now. I really like it. I've been doing some wide field photography with it every once in a while. The reason I've got this simple setup tonight is because there's supposed to be some clouds rolling in around 9 o'clock, so I didn't want to have to set up the whole deep sky rig just to shoot for a little bit, so I decided to do some wide field photography. Tonight we're shooting Orion's belt, including the Witch Head Nebula. So I'm really excited about that. I've never captured that before. So we're going to do that with the 50mm lens with the modified Canon XSI here. So I'll go ahead and attach this lens. So I'm using my IDIS LPS D2 light pollution filter, and that only works with these Canon EF style lenses where it'll still fit in there without going too deep. So we'll just connect that just like that, and there we have it. That is our setup for tonight. I've got the ball head adapter here for the Star Adventure, and it's a really quick and easy, simple setup. So I'm not shooting with a laptop tonight, so I'll be using this remote shutter release cable, and I can program in the amount of exposures and the time I want to take. So I'll probably take 3 or 4 minute subs tonight, so I can just program this in here and let it go. No big complicated laptop setup or anything. So I've just got the Star Adventure camera, tripod, and the remote shutter release cable. Very simple setup. So any of you interested in astrophotography that are just getting into it, this is the way to go if you have just gotten into the camera lenses. If you don't really want a telescope, you can get a star tracker, a tripod, and a camera lens and do some really nice astrophotography with a camera lens. This is a very wide field of view with a 50mm, but you can do all the way up to 300, 400mm focal length lenses on a star tracker like this and a tripod. Of course, I'm using the big heavy duty Skywatcher stainless steel tripod even for this setup, but that's not necessary. You can do this on just a normal photo tripod. So yep, this is the setup, and it's about 4:30 in the afternoon now, and the clouds are supposed to come in around 9 o'clock, so figure I would take that short period of time and do some wide field photography. So should be a good night. It's gonna be pretty cold, around 30-some degrees. So with this, there's no guiding, no dithering, nothing like that. Just a very straightforward, simple setup. You just manually polar align the mount through the polar scope here, and you're all set. The really nice thing about this lens is it's cheap. It's high quality, performs well, and it's cheap. I got this for about 120 bucks, and you can get it for that price all day long from Amazon or Target or anywhere like that. But a really inexpensive way to get into astrophotography is to get a nice little lens like this, the Canon 50mm f1.8 STM lens. 100 bucks, can't beat it. So the thing I'm really hoping for tonight is the Witch Head Nebula. It's a very faint target. It's a interstellar cloud of gas and dust. It's a reflection nebula, and it's being lit up by the bright star of Rigel. Rigel is a blue supergiant star, hundreds of times bigger than our sun. So I'm thinking I'm going to shoot at f4 with this lens to keep all the stars nice and sharp. Might do 4 or 5 minute exposures. I just want to get enough exposure time to try to expose that Witch Head Nebula. Very faint, very hard to capture. Sometime I want to capture it with the Zenithstar 61 to get a nice close-up view of it, but since it's not going to be clear for a long time tonight, I just want to try it with the 50mm. I see clouds back to the north slowly moving this way, so hopefully I'll have enough time to do it, but we'll see how it goes. So to polar align the Star Adventure, when it's set up like this, you have to take this whole adapter off here and put the polar scope illuminator there. So I'll go ahead and get that ready. So here is the polar scope illuminator, and that just fits in there just like that, and that lights up and you can see the reticles inside there. I use an app on my phone to be able to see where Polaris should be. And there is inside the polar scope, and that's the reticles inside there. And when it gets dark, I will align Polaris at a certain point within those reticles, and that gives me a precise polar alignment. So it's dark enough to polar align my mount now. I'm going to turn the polar scope illuminator on, and I've looked at my phone to see where it's supposed to be in the reticle, so all I have to do is line it up. And it's as simple as that. I already polar aligned it. Okay, so it's dark enough to start focusing the camera now. You can see Sirius right over there. Super bright star, 8 light years away from us, the brightest star in the night sky to us. And we're going to focus the camera on it. Or we could use Rigel. So there's Rigel, and then we'll just get it to the smallest point as possible. So we'll just focus it until it's as small as we can get it. So right there seems good. Check it one more time. Alright, right there. So I'm actually going to get some masking tape and tape that focus down so it doesn't move at all. So as you can see, I taped the focus down with some masking tape just so that focus ring doesn't budge. That just assures me that I will not lose focus at all, because I'm used to a focus lock on a telescope, and that just makes it more secure right there. Okay everybody, so this is my first test shot at 5 minutes, doing ISO 400 at 5 minutes. And you can see Bernard's Loop and the whole Orion molecular complex, Orion Nebula, Horsehead Nebula, and Bernard's Loop, and Rigel there. The Witch Head Nebula should be somewhere in there, but I won't see it until post-processing. But yeah, it's looking good, so I think I'll keep with that. Set up there. 5 minutes, ISO 400. So yeah, doing good. I've been shooting for a while now. It's about 8 o'clock right now, so everything's going good. 5 minute subs at ISO 400. Still shooting right now, looking good. I'm gonna wrap this video up, and I'll take darks and biases and flats later on. So I want to thank you guys so much. We are at over 300 subscribers now. It's crazy. I cannot believe that we're growing this much. So again, just thank you guys. I can't believe this. So thank you for watching all these videos and this video, and hopefully I'll get a good picture out of this. I don't know how it'll turn out. So thanks guys for watching, and As always, clear skies, and thanks for watching Astro Pilot.